Hey there everyone, we're here doing the lessons of A Course in Miracles, and today we're doing lesson number 328. I choose the second place to gain the first. And when I said we are here, I am in the back of a Denny's parking lot in Wickenburg, Arizona. We're on a little road trip today, so pulled over to do this lesson with all of you in an interesting place. Always looking for something new. Okay, so the lesson today, I choose the second place to gain the first. Get ready for another mind wrestling match, but it'll be a good one. All right, what seems to be the second place is first. For all things we perceive are upside down until we listen to the voice for God. It seems that we will gain autonomy, but by our striving to be separate, and that our independence from the rest of God's creation is the way in which salvation is obtained. Yet all we find is sickness, suffering, loss, and death. This is not what our Father wills for us, nor is there any second to His will. To join with His is but to find our own. And since our will is His, it is to Him that we must go to recognize our will. There is no will but yours, and I am glad that nothing I imagine contradicts what you would have me be. It is your will that I be wholly safe, eternally at peace, and happily I share that will which you, my Father, gave as part of me. So yeah, we are choosing what we think is first place, and somehow we think denying ourselves inner peace is somehow like losing out, or like there's something else that's better than that, and if we choose that, we're kind of like choosing second place. I think that's basically what this is saying. And of course, the deeper and deeper we go, we realize that it was the ego's desires for our life that may have really had control of us and really captured all of our life force energy for a long time, maybe like decades. I don't know how long you thought what you were choosing was best for you, and then you woke up to something else. It can be a long time, but that's okay. I mean, that's why we're doing this. It really doesn't matter. Time doesn't actually exist, and all our beliefs about aging are fairly tainted, so nobody in this crowd is too old to start completely over. Okay, let's see what a year of forgiveness has to say about I choose the second place to gain the first. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one you know as Jesus. As many of you come to these later lessons, you feel the argument of the ego's voice rising up yet again, saying you are going too deep into surrender and oneness. It's not safe. You must remember that the ego mind has created, miscreated, and manufactured this world as a demonstration of its belief in separation. That is why everything is individual here. That is why there are so many of you here. It is not a place that demonstrates union. It is a place that demonstrates separation. So you must remember that the entire structure of this world depends on separation to maintain the form that it has now. As you come to these deeper realizations that we ask you to envision, to see the similarities rather than the differences you have with your brothers and sisters. Amen to that. You literally are arguing with the ego's need to manifest separation, and it manifested it because it is afraid of God. Oh boy, that gets complicated, right? Ego is completely separate from God and the world that it made as a demonstration of that separation from God. Insane. That is why you seem to die. If you imagine a God that created you only to die in sickness and in pain, it would indeed be an insane God. It is not God's will that you die in pain. It is the ego's desire that you die in pain and prove your abandonment by God, because nothing proves abandonment by God more than dying, pain, and sickness. Jeez. We ask you to choose God now while you are alive and kicking, and to follow the guidance and the humility that choice takes. It seems as if you are giving up your will, the ego's desires for its own attainments, but you gain the world. You will gain everything. You will gain heaven. Be brave and surrender to the guidance you receive to forgive and to love rather than to attack and separate, which is what the ego will counsel you to do. You will seem to lose initially, but by the ego's definition, over time, you will create a happier, more loving, more generous, and miracle-filled life. In the end, you will not need to come into 3D reality to demonstrate your belief in separation, because you will have erased your belief in separation, and you will live in heaven in communion. Wow. Well, this thing sure turned around. This does not mean that your work is over. You will not sit up there on clouds playing harps and getting bored. You will be stimulated. You will be given exciting assignments into your new world. But do not fear surrender. It is the path to salvation, and you will be pleased. I am that one you know as Jesus, and we will speak to you tomorrow. Okay, that all felt really exciting. Like, it felt a little, I don't know, like reinforcing a lot of things I feel like are hard lessons for us in our life. So it was like heavy in the beginning of this reading from the Your Forgiveness book with our little number 2. But then this reading got so much more inspiring towards the end, and I'm really happy that it had that big turnaround. I'm grateful. It's Thanksgiving. Come on, everybody. Look how those things work out together. So definitely this lesson here, I feel like I still need to go back and read it a little bit more. Lesson 328. I choose the second place to gain the first, just to make sure I really grasp it in like a detailed level, like that I can sort of get in the flow of it. But I think the Year of Forgiveness lesson really assists in that process of kind of seeing it from, I don't know, from a slightly different perspective. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy these lessons today. I hope you have a great day with family, whatever it is you're doing, or just hanging out, chilling, enjoying life, finding your peace. I will be somewhere in California tomorrow, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm super grateful for all of you, for these lessons, and for the life that we're creating. I'll see you tomorrow.